Do 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 do. Here I come, ready or not. You can't hide. I'm here again, Dave Crane. Welcome to Dave Crane Daily. And a lot of people said to me, Dave, why are you doing the show? Which isn't really a nice thing to say. What you should be saying is, "Hi, Dave. How are you?" So please text in, "Hi, Dave. How are you?" In fact, in future episodes, we'll be able to get people onto the show. And so we'll find out who you are, where you are, and what you're up to. That'd be really cool, unless you're on the toilet, in which case it might be a bit of a downer for all concerned. Maybe if you like people to watch you, then. So anyway, I'm wearing this on my head. Why am I wearing this on my head? I'm based in Dubai, by the way. You can see Dubai. Why am I wearing this on my head? Well, I'm wearing it on my head because some days, look, this is my hair, right? I have a lot of it, okay? And some days I actually just want it to be hanging down like this. Normally, when I'm coaching clients or mentoring clients or in meetings, I tie it behind and I wear this thing on my head. But today, because it's you and because you chilled out and you know who I am, I'm just going to go full Dave Crane. And I've got a range of different coloured headscarves. Yeah, I knew you'd find that fascinating. Dave, have you got a range of... Yeah, I have. I've got a range. What colours have you got? I can't tell you. You just have to look out every day and then you'll see. And Dave, you wear the same t-shirt every day. I know, I've got a range of the same t-shirt as well. Look, when you are in lockdown for a year and you deal with different clients, maybe coaching four different four different people per day all over the world, then it doesn't matter what you wear. Underneath, you can be naked. Nobody cares. In fact, today on today's show, I'm going to get rid of a lot of the myths that people have about what it is that you should do and you shouldn't do, and all the things that you get taught. This is a new survey to tell you this. A lot of the stuff in it is BS, and I'm going to prove it to you with something from Flipboard a little bit later on. So meanwhile, the whole point in today's show is to give you a chance to grab a cup of coffee and have a chat and just chill out while you plan the rest of your day. Do it with me every day. Dave Crane Daily, Dave Crane. Dave, yeah, that's my name. So here we are back again, and it's me. Load of things to discuss with you today, and I know also a lot of people are saying, right, Dave, we kind of know who you are, but we don't really know much about you. What's your qualification? Why should we be interested in spending 10 minutes with you every day, finding out what's going on in your world, and so on? Well, for a lot of different reasons. First of all, because if you don't know who I am, let me share that with you right now. There you go. I take that with me everywhere I go. So I've been around for a while in entertainment and speaking and gigs. I've got some huge gigs coming up, which I want to share with you in the coming episodes and coming days. I'm not going to... here's the thing. Whenever you have somebody saying, Dave, can you? And you say, yes, I can. And they won't say, Dave, can you to you. I realize that. But whenever you are asked to do something and it's all mutual agreement and it's even signed off on, it's not a proper gig until the money's in your bank account. So I'm not going to talk about anything that's upcoming until I've been paid. I get paid in advance, just to let you know. Why is that important to share with you? Well, first of all, because the people who owe me money might be listening, but more so because we're in a very strange COVID world where things are changing all the time. So you need to be aware of that all the time as you move forward. If you're a speaker or doing any kind of business, it's a real toss of the coin, lands them there, COVID, not COVID. Everyone's into work, everyone's not into work, traveling, not traveling. It's all a bit wild. So what can we share with you today? Tons of things. First of all, if you enjoy this show, which hopefully you do, then you'll be aware of where you can catch it and many different places. But you can catch all the old episodes, not just on the platform you're on right now, but you can see them if I go to Me Circle up in the corner here. You can catch them on my YouTube channel, which is here. And if you haven't seen my YouTube channel, then it's Dave Crane. If you put in youtube.com/Dave Crane, then you'll see me here, and there it is. I've got loads of really cool videos that you can catch up with there as well. I also tend to spend a lot of time living in LinkedIn. And if you're a LinkedIn fan or you use a lot of LinkedIn, you'll know. I don't do a lot of stuff on Instagram because when it first started, I didn't want to spend all my time showing people my dinner or things that people found fascinating. I know Instagram's different. I don't do any TikTok either. And people say, shame on you, Dave. TikTok's the new business world. I know, but I don't want to hold my laptop up and start dancing, even though there's a thought. So I haven't got into TikTok yet. At the moment, I tend to live on LinkedIn and YouTube. So if you want to catch all the old videos and stuff I've done, hypnosis shows, appearing on reality TV, doing loads of stuff, catch it all on my YouTube channel. That's which was here, where it was there. Okay, so if I go mini-me again, then you can see the YouTube channel, which is / Dave Crane. What I also want to share, which I've been talking about for quite some time, is this. This is my Flipboard. And Flipboard is a very little known, really, I guess. I mean, millions of people use it, but it's not as well known as the other social media platforms because it's not really a social media platform. What it is an opportunity for you to program in the stuff that you're very interested in. So you can have a magazine on any particular subject. The one I want to share with you is Dave Crane again. Because what I want to do with you every morning, or depending when you watch a show, it could be bedtime. That'd be kind of sexy. No, clearly not. But whenever you watch a show, I want to be able to prime you with lots of really cool stuff. So if you want to catch up on all the articles I share with you, go to Dave Crane, which is on Flipboard, and just follow me there. And so the stuff I'm going to share with you, which I think is really interesting. First of all, let's take this one. And this takes us away from the business community completely into something that has nothing to do with it. Kiefer Sutherland from 24, who's I'm a big fan of his movies and his TV show and stuff, apologizes for making the mullet. Now, this isn't a business story, but it might be if you've still got a mullet. And I can't complain because, I mean, my hair's long, you know, and I blame Milli Vanilli, Terence Trent D'Arby, and Bob Marley for the majority of what I have with my head. But apparently, Kiefer Sutherland, who is in the making a remake of The Lost Boys, that's why I'm bringing up the subject of Lost Boys. If you're a fan of The Lost Boys, massive cult movie all about vampires. It's really cool, or it was 30 years ago when they made it. Now it's probably a bit, probably a lot. But it's pretty cool anyway. So apparently, Kiefer Sutherland in the movie has a mullet. So he's got his hair. Can you see his hair? If I just move to one side, you can see his hair. He's trying to hide behind me. So there we are. His hair is kind of short on top and long behind. And in this case, it's brilliant white. And the reason apparently he had his hair done like this is because Joel Schumacher, who's the director of it, is it Schumacher? I'm thinking about the guy who's a driver. Schumacher, it is Schumacher. So Joel Schumacher, who made this, and it is brilliant at and directing this and other things, but made also Batman and Robin, which was pants, and Batman Forever, I think, as well, which was even worse. But he said, I want everyone to have long hair to make them timeless. And with you, Kiefer Sutherland, I want it to be peroxide blonde. Now, Kiefer Sutherland at the time had long hair, but he didn't want it to be looking white because when he got it peroxide blonde, he just looked like Bon Jovi or one of the sort of like rock pop star poodle heads at the time. So he decided to go for a different look. He wanted it spiky on top like Billy Idol, who was from Generation X, and had just launched himself as a rock star in his own right, which he looked really badass at the time. Rebel yo! I can't do it. Rebel. I don't even look a bit like Billy Idol. Why would I do that? Because it's worth money. Right, okay, so it made him money. Good idea. So he tried to do that, and then he decided, well, if I let it long at the back, it means the director's going to be happy because it's long. So I'm going to have it long at the back, I'm going to have it short on top, and hey, presto, he invented the mullet. And Kiefer Sutherland, to this day, has apologized if anybody's been influenced for wearing a mullet because of him. And I think he should be ashamed. All right, so that's a subject I wanted to bring up from my stories here on my Flipboard. I wanted to also talk about this. Now, this is kind of really interesting because it says here that 7 productivity rules which are harmful apparently aren't. They're just myths and made up. And we're in a world where kind of pseudoscience works. Like the people who say, oh yeah, if you wear a mask, it means you're going to be breathing carbon dioxide like the back of your car, and therefore the mask will kill you. So I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm just going to catch COVID and all the rest of it. I'm not going to go there. I don't do politics. However, you're an idiot. So what I wanted to talk about was this. Productivity rules that we talk about, and I read a lot of them on LinkedIn. So I'm not going to start a fight. I'm just going to say if you want to read the full thing, it's on ladders.com, and you'll have to look it up click on my Flipboard and you'll see the full article here. It says 7 things that people say that as actual pants. It says, first of all, it says here, don't check your email as soon as you wake up, because what it does is it hijacks the rest of your day, blah, 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 blah. And the person who wrote this article, who is Zuli Rain, has tested them all and also researched where they all came from. And she says, or I think she or he says, that they do their emails every morning and it doesn't make any difference at all. They just do what they want. And so that one is one that kind of doesn't work. For me, I like to check my emails first thing in the morning because I don't have to do the rest of the day until something interesting comes through. And it pops up in the corner on my laptop just to say that. Okay, so there we are. I'm going to get through quickly because I want to keep it about 10 minutes or so with this. Secondly, you need a highly specific morning routine of doing this, then that, then this, then that, then that. Zany looked it up. The only person that she could find who laid down that you must have X amount of things was apparently Beethoven, who said he wanted to have exactly 60 coffee beans to make his coffee first thing in the morning. So if you're normally doing lots of things in your routine on a morning, whatever they are, I won't ask you because it's none of my business. But, the yoga and the coffee, playing with your cats or your dogs, and then, looking out the window, meditating, do what you do. There's no rule on it. Do it what works for you. Another thing, you can't wear pajamas to get shit done. I said the S word. So anyway, you can wear pajamas. In lockdown, it's perfectly all right to wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. I tend to wear cargo pants and a polo shirt. That's my uniform. If you don't like it, no. If I turn up at your event dressed like that, then no me. I wear a suit. But the rest of the time I feel comfortable and it's really groovy. Next on the list is you can't take breaks. And this is really, it's this one. You can't take breaks, and also you have to take Pomodoro breaks. So you've got to take long periods of time to work all your way through your work. Right, from the very beginning, you should do 2 hours of graft to get the most out of you. And that's followed by this other thing here that says that you should got to do the Pomodoro thing, which is basically 25 minutes of hard focus, then a 5-minute break, then 25 minutes, then a 5-minute break, and you do that. And that's what people swear by and they say you should do, and schools are driven like that and so on. And basically, they're saying that this isn't true. You do what you want to, and it works for you. And if you want to work longer, you work on it, and if you don't want to, don't. So there we are. Number 5 is this? I'm not sure. You need a consistent bedtime. You must go to bed at the same time every day to make your body clock work. I don't think that's true either. I think you go to bed when you're tired, and your tiredness will change. And as long as you're kind of productive and you're not falling asleep with your head on the steering wheel, then you're kind of okay with that anyway. And caffeine. Give up coffee breaks. Or give up coffee completely to get your peak productivity. So your natural body will get yourself into it. You hijack it by putting coffee into your body, and it's addictive and all the rest of it. Here's what I think of this one in particular. I don't care. I like coffee on the morning. In fact, here I have my coffee, and it's kind of nice, and I don't feel bad for a second by drinking it with you. So as the article says, much of the stuff that people say is pseudo BS. Now, we've kind of come to the end of the show, because I only want to do it for a certain amount of time, so let's have a summary in a second. Now I'm back in my back cave, which I kind of like being in, because it's kind of cool. And I'm going to share with you tomorrow a really interesting article, which I'm not going to throw in today, about how to build your social media brand, and also all about working from home and working on office, and what the odds are going to be on a hybrid world. And there's a survey that's done really fascinating about, when surveyed, how many people believe that you should work back in an office, how many believe you should work at home, and how many people you should have a hybrid. And that's going to really affect you as an employer, because it means, are you paying for that office space, or should you get a smaller space, or even should you have a virtual space that people just log into wherever they are in the world? We're going to deep dive into that tomorrow, which I think is kind of cool as well. Meanwhile, if you've got any thoughts and any comments to make, please send them in. If you want to know what it is that I do for you, then go to speakonstage.com. I should have it lined up here, shouldn't I? I haven't got it lined up. We'll do it for tomorrow. And I'll show you the stuff that I do. If you want to work with me directly, go to the Industry Icon program, which is on speakonstage.com. And meanwhile, I'll be back with more fun, more games, and also share with you more laughs tomorrow. Look after yourself. Be groovy. And if you've got a subject you want to cover, by the way, contact me through my social media. Usually LinkedIn is the best one. If you can't get to me directly, then just follow me and I'll find you anyway. Or leave a comment in this show. Even after we go and broadcast, I look back later on to see if there's any comments I should look after and contact. So you can put it into this show and I'll find you later on. Meanwhile, look after yourself. Stay groovy. I'm going to disappear into my bat cave. There's crimes to be solved. Love you, bye.